The Canadian Armed Forces is offering a formal apology to veterans and active service members today. It's part of efforts to stamp out systemic racism, discrimination, and harassment. It follows years of complaints and human rights challenges. For many former soldiers, the gesture is long overdue. The CBC's Marina von Stackelberg is on the story. She joins us live from our Ottawa bureau. So tell us more about this event, Marina.
Well, this is a significant one. The highest-ranking military officer speaking publicly saying, "We failed you," addressing current and former members of the Canadian Armed Forces who have dealt with racial discrimination and harassment, offering her most sincere and deepest apologies, acknowledging the painful truth that the military, in her words, harmed people it was meant to support and respect, apologizing for the silence over the years. A very emotional apology. Have a listen.
What I have learned has broken my heart. It has filled me with sadness, anger, but then the resolve to do much better. But also humility, because I acknowledge the role that Canadian Armed Forces leadership at all levels played in allowing this injustice to occur. That it has blighted the service of so many brave Canadians and caused such deep and lasting harm.
General Jennie Carignan called this a significant milestone, but not an endpoint, saying that this is a critical first step towards accountability, but that an apology without a promise to make things better would be hollow. And so committing today in her speech to get rid of barriers for racialized members of the military, to address biases, she says, at every level, and to ensure that awareness of systemic racism is something that is made throughout the military, including in training. She said racism has no place, it cannot be tolerated, and importantly, she said she won't accept excuses to undermine this type of change that she says is very much needed.
And so why is this apology happening now?
Well, this comes after really decades of complaints about racial discrimination within the military, multiple reports, external reviews, legal proceedings, human rights complaints, showing just how prevalent this issue is. It also includes a class action lawsuit, more than 600 people coming forward, going back 40 years, about the repetitive, long-lasting, and in some cases career-altering experiences that people within the military have had, and say that many members still, a significant, members have dealt with this in the past and continue to be. They also talk about the fact that they feel that the military is responsible for what happened, not just perpetrating it, but failing to intervene when it happened, and in some cases punishing people for coming forward. That class action lawsuit came with a $150 million settlement. It was signed last summer, and it requires that the military acknowledge the harm suffered by these people. And so today, the Chief of the Defense Staff saying that this is a very critical step, and saying that this is something that the military has very much been trying to work on and will continue to make a priority.
Marina, thank you. The CBC's Marina von Stackelberg live in Ottawa.